welcome to the show. We'll start in our normal way and it'll be a slight meditation, just slight. It's 5 p.m. and if you're in rush hour traffic, remember one thing. You are traffic. Compassion and empathy for the other drivers around you, yes. And if you're sitting at home on the couch relaxing, just reflect upon your day. If it was a good day, manifest more. If it was a shitty day, let it go. Go take a poo and just poo it all away. I find breathing very, very, very satisfying. We take for granted our breath. Let's not do that anymore. Let's be grateful. Unless you have COPD from smoking non-filter Camels. Then it sucks. It's all what you focus on. Today is February 11th, 2025, and all is well, even though it feels like the world is burning around us. Yes, depends on what side you're on, and what news podcast you're watching. Turn it all off, and be grateful for this moment right now. And with that, I'll bring us out of the meditation. One deep breath, and Kevin will turn the music off. We fade to black. It's kind of a rough fade, man. Can't you fade that? It's just a stop button.
I tried. I tried fading to black, but there's just that's a heavy quote that you just said,
dude. Poo it all away.
Think about that cleansing, and the metaphor that you use to cleanse and just say poo it all away. I think that should be the title of our book. We haven't told our audience yet that you and I are going to be writing a book, have we?
Oh, you brought that up during Super Bowl. Yep. Were you serious about that? You want to write a children's book?
I don't ever fuck around when creativity's at stake, Michael.
Did we have a title? Was it Fuck It? Is it too much for kids, though, right?
No, but listen, Fuck It is a city in Thailand, so we could spell it just like the city.
You know, I love that kid's joke. Why was Tigger looking in the toilet?
What was it?
Why was Tigger looking in the toilet?
Because he couldn't find poo?
He was looking for poo, man.
Oh, that's good.
It's a very cute children's. We'll open the book up with that, and it's
very cute.
Yeah. We did talk about a boot. You want to, Danny?
Danny said you said poo.
Yeah, I said poo. Hi, Denise. She's still in New Zealand. This. Yeah.
Our buddy Patrick is congratulating us on our 50th episode. How great is that?
I love that.
I have a little surprise for you.
That's not a surprise. I can see that motherfucker backstage right now.
No, come on. Be kind.
Say hi to Denise in New Zealand.
Let me tell you something. Hi, Denise in New Zealand. We miss you. Thanks for joining us tonight, honey. Hey, listen. Mark O'Toole was our first guest, so I thought it would be appropriate for our 50th episode. Today is 50. To have our first guest join us back again. How cool is that?
I love that you think anything's appropriate about Mark O'Toole. I love that about you. You seem to, if there's a little glimmer of hope, you will key in on it, and then you can manifest that in a person. Like, there is so much more negative about this guy than positive, and you seem to just have a positive experience. Really? And I love that about you. I need more of your balance.
Tell me about the negativity you feel about Mark and why you feel that way.
No, yeah. I'm going to save it because we're going to be on his anniversary show, and I'm going to
we're going to talk all about that today. How cool is that?
Okay, cool. No, you know what we're going to do? He's going to talk at us of what he wants us to do. He's not going to let us do our thing.
Listen, we can let him talk. He can speak his mind. But listen, we'll tell everybody once we get him on here what's happening for his amazing 3-year anniversary show. But before we get to Mark O'Toole. Hey, we spent some time at the Super Bowl together. We were in New Orleans, you and me.
You hear Melvin singing? I don't know, but listen.
I want to pet that dog.
Oh, it's a duet. Shappy's doing harmony.
Every week. It's like you fucking live in Transylvania and the wolves are out or some shit.
I was playing a piece on the piano this morning, this little idea I had, and he laid down and he just started singing with me. He doesn't do that every time, and I think, oh, this must be I'm going to hold on. And I recorded it because if he's singing, man, and he doesn't sing in key, which is a drag, but if you stay focused, it's an affirmation that you might be onto a good melody.
Right on.
Yeah, man. So, So why did we give this Mark O'Toole
away? Look at Patrick. Our Irish god of Las Vegas.
So the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was fantastic.
That's right. It was. We had a good time. Thank you. First of all, thank you for inviting.
Oh, of course.
Us over to your
guys, Murray Sawchuk here, celebrity magician. I'm doing comedy now, right?
Okay, Mark, good.
Kevin, how are
How's
you?
the-
Good to see you. Good to see you. Everything good?
how's the
Everything
show
good?
how's the show at the Strat?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's packed every night. Everything's great. Listen, how you doing? Michael, how you doing? Good. Okay, good to see you. All right, great. So listen, the Super Bowl was fixed. You know that, right, guys?
We do.
It's
We do.
magic. Yeah, yeah. Kansas City was supposed to win the game, and Taylor Swift probably, massaged the Kelsey guy, right, her boyfriend, massaged him the night before, and she shouldn't have. And he said, "No, I'm an athlete. I can't do that." And she didn't listen. And so, hey, Brittany, I know Brittany from Phoenix. Yeah, right on. Okay,
Hey,
cool.
Brittany.
All right, listen, I'm not going to keep up your time, but listen, don't talk too much about the Super Bowl because people don't give a shit. All right, guys, listen, well, come to see me at the Stratosphere. Huh? Why don't you? Very such. Okay, bye-bye.
How about that? He's been on every episode, I think, from the beginning, since the beginning.
50 of them. You know what? My favorite thing is he asks how you're doing, but then he doesn't listen to how I didn't say about though, Aaron.
A boot.
He doesn't wait for the answer.
Well, I think your
Sensitive.
interpretation of Murray is maybe a little exaggerated, right? Does Murray not let anybody speak?
No, he's great. He's great to
He's
conversate
great.
with.
I think so.
No,
He's great,
you know,
right?
you know how when you run into people and you're out and about and there's a lot of people around, it's hard to give anybody focus and attention, right? And he's just really good at that. And I always make fun of him about it. Like I say, he doesn't give a shit. He does. He cares. He's a very care. I actually love Murray a lot.
I love Murray too.
And that's why he's been on the show 50 times. 50
Right.
times. Yeah. So, what
50
about the
times.
Super Bowl? It was nice, right?
You know what was really nice was it was nice not having a dog in the race. It's stressful when your team or a team that you really are passionate about is in the Super Bowl and you're watching the game because it matters. It's nice to kind of watch. I like the commercials. I like watching the game, but the game isn't like meh. What it hits me about watching the Super Bowl. It's like the last game I'm going to see for like I don't know 4.5 5 months. Right? It's this pause of no football, which I like.
Pause.
The pause. Your pause. What did you think about the halftime show?
My lovely friend Dora just said hi. Hi, Dora.
It was kind of controversial. There were a lot of people that said some pretty negative things about it.
Look, it was a production. It's just I'm not a good. I would think so. I'm not into rap. The only rap I was ever into, I think, was early on. I was in high school when LL Cool J came out. I mean, that shit was slamming, and we all had the big subwoofers in our car, But I never really stayed in that. It's not my kind of music. So I think there's probably millions of people who really liked that Super Bowl halftime, right? Art is one of those things. I would think that the NFL, I would think that the programmers would do music that would hit a bigger market, but I don't know. I'm not involved in that. I know that the NFL as a whole, the players and everybody involved, they like hip hop and rap and, I didn't, for me, it was not entertaining. That's just me. I'm not saying
Very
it's bad, though.
very knowledgeable guest we had on the show, Froggy, Brian Cross.
C- at best.
on production value and musically blah.
Yeah.
It seemed to be a very split audience, right? Like there's a lot of people that felt very passionately positive about it, and there was a lot of people that were like, I didn't get it.
Where do you get
Makes
this
no
from?
sense to
Reading, like paying attention to social media or reading articles about it, or where are you coming from with that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of I don't know if you know this, but I ignored you while we were watching it, and I went right to social media during the halftime because I like to see the real time sort of responses.
Oh,
I agree with you. Next year it should be Randy Watson and Sexual Chocolate. That or the band from Revenge of the Nerds
that would work well.
should be playing. I would love that. That would be great.
With algorithms and social media, though, if you're looking at negative stuff, you're just going to keep getting fed that, though. So you're not getting a nice cross section of. Was actually on New Zealand television too. Yeah,
she
I would
watched.
think so.
Denise
It's
got to
worldwide.
see Super Bowl, right? Yeah.
Denise, what did you think of the halftime show?
Put it in the comments too. Yeah, anybody that wants to comment on the halftime show, we'll touch it in the comments. Patrick said, "Let's stand up and congratulate." Oh, you're asking, is Stevie Dunham with us today? Is our
Patrick.
guy in the audience? I don't see Stevie.
Patrick, we love you. It's the first time you've ever done something inappropriate. What are we congratulating Stevie Dunham for?
You've done anything inappropriate?
What's going on?
Denise
with,
didn't
like it
like
at all.
the Super Bowl because you're a New Zealander and you don't understand American football. That's probably why.
No,
right?
she's not a New Zealander. I don't think. No, she's there. She's really. She may be originally
sorry.
from there, but she's American. And
She's in
Yeah.
New Zealand. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
she's been hanging there, man. She's Vegas.
I don't
man.
know her story. What do
All right, listen.
Sorry. Hey, I think it's time we bring our man in here. Let's bring
I
in our
don't.
friend.
I don't. Let's just make him wait it. I can see him getting
Let's bring him
squirmish.
in. I think.
Okay.
Listen, the first guest we ever had on a little Lavender. And this is kind of like a way to redeem himself, because I have to be honest, that first episode was not all that exciting. It was a little flat, right?
Little douchey, I thought. You know,
It was a little flat. Like it was just a little. Didn't have all of that excitement.
Look at Denise. She's correcting me. Yeah, she is a New Zealander.
Thank you,
born and
Denise.
raised.
Thank
Why
you,
did I
Denise.
think you? Why did I think you're Vegas? What am I tripping on? Are you kidding me right now? Clear my head up. Clear my head up. Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite singers in Las Vegas.
Is this
I
true?
love this.
Is that
It
a true statement? Marco Toole
is.
is one of your favorite. One of how many favorite singers in Las Vegas?
I'm pretty selective on who I really like to say is one of my favorite singers. I really am.
Okay, so who else hits that category before you bring him on, so he knows the company he keeps?
Wow, Christine Shabak.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm glad you did. That was a great
Ms.
one.
Monet,
Yep.
Kelly Vaughn, Paige Strafella. Let me go look back at all the guests we've had, and let's say that those are my favorite singers.
See, you got
right?
a little
Like,
political just now. You
That's
had
not
to be
political.
careful. Yeah, you did. You started out with the two women that you manage, and then you went on to Paige Strafella, who's worked with you, and I'm close with. And then I'm not saying that they're not all, and Kelly Vaughn, amazing singers, but
amazing. Right?
How many in your list are? How many do you have? Let's speak male singers.
Let's be real. Like and the audience doesn't hear this from me, but we are very. Oh, my wife, of course. I'm sorry, Aaron just commented. That's
yeah,
a gimme.
you think
she's my favorite.
She's number
She's
one.
My favorite number one singer.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it, because I don't even
You
think
take
I
it
have
for
to
granted.
say that, because that is part of my life, right? Like,
put down the shovel, Kevin. He's digging the
I'm
hole.
not shoveling. No, there's no shovel. You can make it up to be whatever you want it to be.
Oh,
my
you
friend.
will get
But
no loving tonight, my friend.
I talk about this between you and me when we don't ask.
True.
Listen,
Okay, I'll go with
if
this.
you
Go ahead.
haven't been asked to be on the podcast, it's because we think you suck. Right?
The opinions of my co-host.
You have
are
said
not
it. You were
necessarily
like,
the opinions
oh,
of me.
no,
That's not
come
true.
on. This is about an honest question. When I brought up people to you, you were like, no, they suck. Should we tell
I've
them?
never said that. No, are you, dude? Come on, man. Where's the integrity here, bro?
I'm kidding with
You're
you.
trying to get me to redline, aren't you? You want me to redline? I
Ladies and
meditated.
gentlemen, one of my favorite singers in Las Vegas, and
One,
an
one
even
of
better
70.
human
One of
being.
70.
Stop it, Michael.
Hi, Mark.
Mr. Mark O'Toole. How are you, my friend?
You forgot Estefano. Anyway,
Ooh.
Kevin, I was thinking about Michael. The difference
Oh,
between
he looks good. He looks good. Look at him.
You look good today.
Yeah.
so the difference between
Hold on.
Let me
Hold on.
Thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Go say.
Turn your camera.
The difference between Kevin and myself and you, Michael, is that Kevin and I can still sell out shows. So that's a big thing right there.
You want to make a bet on something?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll bet you $100.
Yeah.
I'll even give you 2-1. So you put up 100, you can win 2. I put up 100, I can win 1. You know how odds work, Mark?
I
You know
put
how
on
it
my
works, right?
Reckless in Vegas hat because that was low.
Thank you. So I'll bet you $100, 200 to you, 100 for me, that we sell out our next show.
That's because I'm probably on it.
You're not on it. You're not on it. I was going to ask you, but now I'm not fucking asking you, because now we have a bet. Do you want to take the $100 bet? I understand you like gambling machines. You gamble. You like to gamble.
Well, I mean, anybody can sell at the composer's room. It's only 30 seats or something. So
I don't play the composer room. Have I ever played
sure.
there?
Maybe you might be able to sell that out.
There's actually 120 seats there, but no, I haven't played there, and I've sat in with Kelly or whatever. But no, that's not the spot.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's the next show. You said I couldn't sell at shows, so you want to put your money where your mouth is?
It depends where you're going, Michael.
You want me to put my cock where your mouth is? I don't think so. Put your money
Again?
where your mouth is. Again. Go ahead. Finish your little joke about how I can't sell out shows. We sold out the one you were on, but you say it's because you were on it, right?
You know what, let's talk. I mean, let's
I want to
talk.
see more of you. Turn your phone sideways. Flip
What?
your phone. Flip your phone. You're in your phone right now?
No, I'm on my iPad.
Flip it. Turn it sideways. It's just sideways. Look at this. Oh, it's widescreen, baby. It just, I know you're very, very. You're a producer. You understand where. It is. You understand.
Have a look because my camera's over here.
That's right.
Michael is so specific with the way the camera looks. I personally like this layout because it brings us all closer.
Okay,
to
that's
the
fine. But
audience,
if you're
right?
going to do that, then that's great. That's perfect.
Well, Michael's like, no, show everybody my guitars.
I
and
just
show
want
everybody
no.
studio."
I don't care about that. I
That's-
just no. Do it the way you're doing it. It's listen.
That's fine.
Flip
fine.
it back. You can do it like you want, Mark. And I just wanted to control Mark for a minute, and he bit the bait. And that, how do I switch it, Kevin? There we go. Why am I in the middle? Put Mark in the middle.
I don't want to be in the middle. No.
Yeah.
Remember, we had this problem. It doesn't move people where we want them to be. Anyway, sorry.
I just
Billy
wanted to
Gallagher's
see
laughing his ass off. Look
you
at Billy.
follow directions. Mark, that's the first time you've ever listened to me and followed a direction from me. I'm impressed, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Listen,
for
if you
humoring me.
didn't see Mark, if you didn't,
No, let me finish that. Let me go there.
I love you, Mark.
I guess in your show, you basically told me what to do, and I said, well, if you want that particular portion of the show to flop, you better do it my way. And let's just talk about this honestly. Who was right, Michael? Who was
Well,
right?
you didn't frame it that way. You had a suggestion, and I immediately gave in to you about it. There was no pushback. I just had to think about the arrangement, and how we were doing it. And I'm like, yeah. And you were. It was
Well,
a very.
we could have done the tile.
I have the floor.
We usually do.
You know when you get on the freeway in traffic, the way it works is you go, I go, you go, I go. It's like a zipper. So you keep talking. Let me know when it's my turn to talk, Mark.
I know plenty of things about zippers.
No, it was a great. Your sensibility from a production value and an entertainer is brilliant. And when you had that suggestion, there was no pushback, and I did what you did, and you were absolutely right to make that call. And I may have missed that because my head was in so many other things. So I valued that, and it was a great call. What else do you want? You want a fucking medal?
You were prickbacks.
all right. Listen, both
Are
of
we
you shut
beefing?
the fuck up because I don't appreciate this
No,
conversation.
you know what? Here's the thing people don't know. Michael was a prick backstage. He got into that whole. Here's what Michael was doing. He was like this.
This is a show of honesty, Marco Tool.
No, let's not talk about that because I got to get my mind straight here, and I gotta think about what I'm thinking. You've done this fucking tired show for how many years? What are you gonna do different?
I'm not going to deny that. What I didn't want to hear. What I didn't want to hear is every single detail of what you were going to do. I know you wanted to share it with me, but I wanted to I wanted to enjoy you, not be rehearsed with you.
No, listen. Don't feel ousted on that comment because it's true. I can verify after 50 episodes, Mark. He and I will talk during the day, and he'll be whoa, save it for the podcast. Let's not do it now. Like we've got some proprietary information that we're going to just share on this meeting, right?
Michael's wit does not match yours, so you have to set him up to let him know. Otherwise, it's a failure. You have
Listen, we all know that I'm the bigger eater of the two of us. He bitches about it every time he gets on the phone with me. He's like, "There's food being put in my face," and that's why I carry this body like Adonis around.
I just talked to Kevin. I'm on my 31st day of 90-day straight workout. I'm telling Kevin, it's like. He goes, I can't go to the gym. I'm too fat. I'm like, what? Last week he pierced his ears and gravy came out. What is going to be your sign, Kevin? You need to get
my sign. My sign is I'm a feces.
I really wanted the premise of this show to always be about love and kindness and transparency and
the
vulnerability.
rhetoric. Yeah, sure.
Billy wants a medal for dealing with all of this shit every show. Ha ha ha! Love you guys.
If you like friction, this is the show for you. And Mark was not flat the first show, and I think he's overcompensating this show. He's being mean.
Nobody talked about when Mark came out and guested at your Aliante show. That was pure. It was genius, right? There were some good moments there on your stage.
You know what? The one thing I regret about doing the show, other than doing the
I know
show,
what it was. Can I say it? Can I call it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Robert couldn't make it tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. So, by the way, that regret you're feeling is misplaced. It was great, and she's got a great sense of humor.
Tell the audience, the three people listening, what happened that night. I walked out in the audience, and Vera Goulet was there, who I'd known, and
with Brenda,
a friend of mine. And I walked out, and I just said, "Oh my God, it's Vera Goulet!" I stand up. She was married to the legendary Robert Goulet. I go. Is he here tonight?
No, you didn't. You go, he couldn't make it tonight, and you moved on.
Tonight, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. For ladies and gentlemen who don't know, Robert passed away in 2007. So Listen, Mark, everything you did on that show was a slam dunk, and it was hilarious. And I know this because I have the video footage, right? And we keep saying that show, that sold out show. I want to recommend.
Actually, that's not true because half that theater was closed off, so it was not sold out.
It was not, dude. What are you talking about?
Listen, Aliante, by the way. Let's not talk about that. But so that show holds 700 people. Am I correct?
No. You can sit the floor theater and you can sit the floor tables. If you sit at theater, it's 700. If you do tables, it puts it down at 475.
Yeah. So there was actually 300 people or so that could have gone, but they didn't.
Yeah, 225 more. But the whole thing is I prefer the show that I created, that I like, and what I want to do and what I'm comfortable with is what we did at the Sahara and what we did there and what we do at Notarai. It's tabled. I like the old school Vegas table.
The dancers can't go out into the audience and do their thing either if it's theater.
And also from a serving point of view, the bar in these joints is down because the servers can't really serve that. They can't do as well when it's theater seating. That's a fact. The
real reason is because you have to satisfy to look out into the audience and think there's more people than there actually are.
No, I'm under no misnomer that Reckless in Vegas is built a brand that can sell 350 tickets. We're not a 700 capacity. I can't do it, and I don't want to spend the money to do it, and I don't try. So I'm not like pretending to be so great and I sell out and all this stuff. I don't paper my rooms and blah blah blah. The point is that I know what our worth is and what we can sell, and that's what we did, and we sold it out as a result. You want to take that away from me, Mark? That's fine. I don't know what that is for you. I don't know what purpose it's serving. It's okay. You want to be the best and the greatest and all that. You are. You're amazing, dude. You're amazing. I'm not even in the same ballpark or arena. I'm just a little rock and roll guy who sings and sounds like I have marbles in my mouth. You are
Here's the thing with you. You play the guitar very well.
Oh, thank you. Great. That's great.
But I just want to let the people know how good you are on the guitar.
So you don't think I'm a good vocalist?
No, I never said that. He said what's his name? Kevin said that.
Hey, thanks for letting me sit in on your conversation, both you fuckers. I appreciate that.
I feel like I got to qualify it. I mean, I had a record deal. I tour all over the world. What are you talking about, dude? You're pissing me off now. Now, get rid of this fucking guy. Can I hang up on him?
No.
Why? The comments are going too fast. What did she say?
I know. Denise says I prefer theater seating rather than sitting at a table.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Right. A lot of people do. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Stevie Dunham. Bless his heart, man. LOL. This is funny shit.
What are we congratulating Stevie for? Stevie, what did you do?
Stevie, I think Stevie joined the podcast today and he's watching it. So we're congratulating you for being in our audience.
No. He must have done something.
That's what Patrick said. Hey, Mark, let's talk really quickly about your 3rd anniversary show that's coming up in Summerlin. You have this incredible variety show, and you highlight a whole bunch of talent in the Las Vegas Valley area. Mm-hmm. It's always a fun being on your show, and I haven't been asked for many, many months. Have you been asked to be on his show, Michael?
Just once.
Once was
enough for Mark.
Well, I decided for the 3rd year anniversary show, what we're trying to do, in all honesty, is bring new talent onto the show. And I mean, everybody knows who we all are. My goal is to bring a younger generation of people who haven't been seen yet and given the opportunity. So, but this particular show, I'm bringing out all the hacks, yourselves. I got Murray, I got the Bronx Wanderers, I've got, all the usual stuff.
I'm not fucking doing it. I'm busy. I got a sold out show at the Stratosphere. I'm not going to come to your stupid show.
Murray, and honestly, that's the truth. I swear to God, because when you talk to Murray, I always feel like I have to finish what I'm saying very quickly or I will lose his attention.
I'm on it. That's what, that's what it is.
I hope he never sees this, by the way.
So what? Are we going to tell people what we're going to do to you that day? Or are we going to leave that secret?
It's going to be very different. And I think the fact that you guys are going to be taking over at the very beginning, and then Kelly Clinton will be taking over, and we're going to leave everybody to the imagination of that. It's pretty much sold out, so we can actually talk about it.
So it's 3 years. It's 3 years. It's your 3rd year anniversary at that venue.
And we start at the Starbright Theater for a run starting in April with the variety show as well as there.
So, how do people get tickets to the show? Not either one. Talk about both of them.
You got to knock off some old ladies in the parking lot.
They're scalping. Knock up and knock out.
You got to knock up some old ladies in the parking lot. Yeah.
You knock them out, so then you can knock them up.
Let's do something new.
No, really. How do people that are watching want? How do they get to it?
Just call the activities office up at. That's the best way because it's very.
You got to push 9 because if you push 8, it takes you to the ping pong room. If you push 7, it takes you to the billiards room. If you push 6, it takes you to the men's health locker room.
What about 911?
Can I make an observation about that? How many times have you called a business or a company, and every time it says, "Listen to our options because they've changed"? How many who does how many times
do you ever? I'm one of those serial 0 pushers. I'll just be like 0, 0, 0,
Me
0,
too.
and it puts you back in the circle, right?
Yeah.
Or it takes you to the represent. Yeah, you're right, Mark. That's a funny thing that's on a recording, and I haven't kept track. I don't call a place enough to go, oh, they did change some options.
Every time you call, it's like our options have changed. So please listen carefully to the new option. And I'm like,
I know what it is. It's what you're doing in your show. Hey, our guests have changed, so you're going to want to come again. And I think they go, our options have changed. They want you to listen. What do we do when somebody says that? Oh, I better listen to the options.
So we know how to get tickets. What are we doing for your celebratory 3rd anniversary show?
Call the activities office in Sun City Anthem and or go to SCAHOA.com. SunCityAnthemHOA.com. It's very easy. But, here's the thing, and I'm not being snarky. The shows sell out. Oh, my God. I didn't need to see that. That
was a request, Mark. Jimmy Denning requested that.
I'm sorry, but Vincent.
Look at the shine on Vinny's loins.
His penis looks like an acorn.
No, it's a mushroom in a forest, Mark. It's great.
It's more like a beacorn.
It's so tiny, dude. It's so not flattering.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
I can't. There's no zoom control here.
How do you know? You would think that Kevin's wearing one of those suits underneath. He's not. That was just a bad week of hot dogs and sausage.
I want to thank you so much for giving me attention to tell people, since you were in the middle of it, that just you flashed to fucking his penis. Like, what is that?
Did you say peanuts? I think you did. Yeah.
Peanuts.
His peanuts. Elizabeth Diaga, I miss when people answered the phone. Do you remember that decade?
I do.
When was that? The 50s? I don't remember.
How old are you, Michael? How old are you?
I'm 22. I smoked a lot of crack cocaine.
I'm older than both of you. Jesus,
54.
You guys have had a rough fucking
We're
life.
the same age. I'm a little older than Kevin, I think. Is that right, Kevin?
When were you hit by a car, Michael? When was that?
I've been hit by a couple of cars. I used to go out drinking, and I felt like, who did the license plate off that car that ran me over last night? Yeah. What's this right now? Sonia Feldberg.
What's going on? Tell them the truth. You guys plus 10 people are roasting me on my show. And the wonderful thing about this is I will not have a microphone to retort. So,
I love this. You didn't
how
tell
great
me
is
this,
that?
Kevin?
We were asked, and I have to be honest, my wife came up with this idea. We have to give credit to Aaron Suker. We were talking about Mark's 3rd anniversary, and Aaron was like, wouldn't it be fun if you had some of the people in town roast you? And Mark loved the idea, and that's what it's going to be. We are going to roast our friend Mark O'Toole as an anniversary.
And what could you say? What could you possibly say about me? That's what I just don't understand. Where are you going to get your material? I mean,
Billy has a comment for you. I love how Mark's vision went right to penis. What is the ha? What's that about, Mark? I think you owe Billy an explanation.
All of my attention always goes to everybody's penis right away. I mean, that's the first thing I think about. So yeah,
I got a gig for you in Tracy, California. It's a gig that's once a year. It's called Nude Stock. It will change your whole mind of looking at genitalia. It's gonna normalize everything for you. Everybody's naked. The dudes have tassels hanging off their cocks. The women, the vaginas are beautiful, not so beautiful. They got all across the board. It will change you fundamentally as a person. Hi, Paula Maggio. Oh,
hi, Paula.
So are you open to that? I'll book you. It's not a very good paying gig. It pays $5,000, and they'll give you hotel rooms. But are you open to that? Will you go do the Mark O'Toole show? Will you go do something, maybe Barry, butt naked Barry? Do butt naked Barry.
Yeah. You know what's really fun about Paula? Talk about tits.
She showed me her tits when you were at the Reckless show, Mark.
Like we'll be eating in like this really classy restaurant, and she's like, "Oh, look at my tits," and it's just it's crazy. I love her. I love Paula. She just never holds back.
I love Paula too. So what time is this whole event starting for your podcast? For your thing?
For your podcast?
No, I have a professional show. My show.
Yeah. So we'll be sharing more information.
Excellent job, dude.
Very
you couldn't
soon.
have done a better job of that. Yeah.
And What a great guest. You guys are so funny.
Brian, the
I
Tracy
said-
gig. That was the most bizarre show I'd ever performed, and I knew it was a naked thing, but I didn't realize it would be 2,000 people naked. It was just a little bit bizarre.
I'm on Paula's OnlyFans. Have you joined Paula's OnlyFans account yet?
No, I'm more into feet. She doesn't do a feet thing, you know. So yeah, and I have to run everything by my wife, and she's like, "Nah, you don't want to be on OnlyFans." She told me.
I'm
about
surprised
it.
she only charges 99 cents a month. I think it could get much more than that.
Oh, I could do that as long as it doesn't come up on the credit card as Paula Maggio's OnlyFans, and I think I could probably pull it off. You know.
Yeah.
So you are now. Let's talk about Docksiders for a minute. You are now 3 days a week.
Quick. End the show. End the show real quick.
No, I want to be. We're not quite there. I would like to promote a couple of things here. One being that the Docksiders now started last week.
3 days a week.
3 days a week.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We are.
You're
over
off
the
this
moon.
weekend. You're off this weekend, but you're back the following week. Yeah, it was a successful hang up. Isn't that funny? Do we need to talk about that for a second? I screwed that up last week. I meant to hang up on Elizabeth, and I put end live stream. So it was a very abrupt ending. Kevin needs to go somewhere right now, so he's being very antsy. I can see it. But I do want to. So Docksiders now are Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
at 1923 Live inside the shops of the Venetian. Michael Shapiro's show at Vic's. Are you selling tickets yet? Is it up?
It's up, but Open Table only allows you to make reservations at 5 and 5:30. You can call Vic's directly and make a reservation. I recommend 6:30 or 7.
Saturday, March 29th. It's going to be a fucking hootenanny down at Vic's. Michael's going to be playing some country and western with the accent on the western. Really excited for you, man. It's going to be a fun show. I wish I could be there.
I think I'm gonna try to do the Led Zeppelin tune because I learned it this morning. I learned that going to California. I've never learned that guitar. It's
great.
It's really, really great. Denise, we won't hang up if you don't want us to. There's one way to do it. You could definitely figure out a way to sponsor the show for, what do you say, 10,000, Kevin? 5,000? What's the number? What do we need?
Well, I mean, we're looking for like $100. Somebody could be the presenting sponsor of the Little Lavender show. Put your name all over. Oh yeah, Aaron said we're here this weekend.
Oh,
next weekend we're off. We're wide open next weekend.
Got it backwards. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday this weekend. Docksiders at the Venetian and 19.
No, Thursday, Friday. We're in Florida on Friday.
I'm
Saturday.
so confused.
Sorry, just go to the website. Let's go.
Yeah, go to the website. Go to docksiders.com. Reckless in Vegas. Don't bother. Whatever. It is good.
Elizabeth says she's getting 30 centimeters of snow on Thursday. That's nice. We're getting 1 centimeter of dandruff on my shirt in a minute.
Can you convert that to inches?
I know.
For us?
I don't understand the metric system. We're Americans. Speak American, please.
Hey, man. I'm not going to hang up on you. So you want to just end the show and just? We already hung up on Mark. We don't have to hang up on each other.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I don't think that's right.
What do you mean? Watch the dog's gonna come on, walking by.
I don't think that's right. So wait a minute. What are you doing tonight? Are you